What's up, my friends? We're here for something a little bit different, talking about some sorcery action. And it's been a while since I discussed that game. So, first things first, we got to share the live stream links before we get going. All right, so there we go. That was already pretty much ready to go, so that's good. Excellent. And let's switch this up here. Perfection. All right. Have a sip of my beverage. Apparently chew some ice too. All right. Time for some hellos. What up, Clayton, Gossett, Jess, Coltix, Jack, Solar, William, Everyday, Baker, Joe, Eng, Kentucky, Felonious T, Yamagoro, Millmaster, Heavy Metal, Jojo, Zircon, Beasley, Juglum, Matthias. I think that's everybody. I don't think that I missed anybody, but if I did it on purpose. And you're left out in the cold, and I don't care. All right, so how you guys doing? How's life treating you today? What up, Sam? How's it going, brother? How's it going? Sorcery is the discussion of the day, man, and it's been a while. Like I said. What up, Trevor? What up, Mizio? I might have talked about it a little bit here or there, but the main thrust of it was when I did that. Oh, get that out of here. It's a tag for loot. It was the box opening that I did. So it's been a while since I took the sorcery stuff down off the shelf. And once I did and started going through it, I had forgotten just how nice the cards look. Like in my head, I already knew, yo, this is quality because I have that impression. But just taking the box down and feeling the actual, like the precons and whatever, the boxes, the cards, all of it is just, it's satisfying just even to touch, let alone look at. The artwork is so solid. The colors are rich. The cards look fantastic. And it's like, bro, I'm just so used to getting hosed by Magic the Gathering and being let down by Magic the Gathering and robbed by Magic the Gathering that I forget that other card games straight up do it right. They're just, hey, I'm not here to rob you for over $200 a box at insanely bad card quality. Like where all the cards are just chipped around the edges. Like for real. Getting those foils that the entire edge is all janked up. Like I'm definitely embittered to a degree by Magic the Gathering. I enjoy the game, but like for real, the way the company operates and the card quality and stuff, and it's just turned me into a big old grump about it. What up, Hot Dice? You did miss the intro, son. Beano! Yeah, you love how it's 2024 and you can use your dust to get your to get your big jug Vallejo action. Right on. Juglum, you've never played Sorcery. How's the gameplay and mechanics of the game? Me and Carly had fun playing the game. Now, unlike some other card games, you actually use like a physical grid. I got a playmat back here, sectioned off. So you, like the physical location of your cards actually matters in this game. So if you don't like that, then you're not going to really enjoy the game. So there is that particular, you got to be down with that. You don't just play cards like you do with other card games. You travel around the board. But the flavor idea is that you each have an avatar that represents you in this game. And both of your avatars are in the formless void. And they bring everything into existence. They bring lands into existence. The actual world itself is brought into existence by these avatars. And then the peoples that populate the land are brought into existence by these avatars as well. So you're essentially playing like god level beings where you get to create the world and the things that inhabit it. But you're contesting for that space, right? You want to be the one who wins and takes over all of it. So flavor-wise, it's got some fun flavor going on. Actually, battling around the board is a good time. So as far as I'm concerned, Sorcery is a fun game to play. Mizio, you've been playing Sorcery and Flesh and Blood? Flesh and Blood's an interesting one from the perspective of you start out at full power and get weaker as you go, which is the opposite of what you would see in most games. Some, it's almost better to buy old Magic because the new stuff costs just as much or more, and the quality is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, McGraw, bro, gritty cards. It's totally a feel bad. It's totally a feel bad. Bino, you're driving 5 hours to go to a 2-day sorcery event next weekend. Nice. Have a good time. Do you have to squat down and see if your card can see the other guy's card before you attack it, like in 40K? No, thankfully, break stop. You don't have to sit there and pull out a ruler and then just go, do I have line of sight? You don't have to worry about that stuff. So, we're here to talk about the new dusting reward system that Sorcery has. So, it's similar, but not identical to Wizards' old player reward program, where you just got rewarded for playing the game, where it's like, yo, are you going and playing this? Then we'll hook you up with stuff. It's a little different in that Wizards would just arbitrarily decide what cards they're going to send you. And with this, you have the ability, I've got pictures to show you the different rewards that you can get, but you can get game cards, but you can also get t-shirts and other things. So it's not like, if you play in X events, you just get this one particular card, which is, hell, if Magic Hat still had an actual reward program, that'd be pretty nice. Bob, you just accepted an offer for a new job starting Monday. Make that cheddar, son. Make that cheddar. Millmaster, remember how some sets have foils lower than non-foil because of roller lines? Honestly, it feels like with Magic, pretty much all the foils are worth less now. Like, it feels almost universal. Collector boosters have driven, like, collector boosters / incredibly bad quality. Like, I was looking through a box of foils today, and they're so curved. Magic has become incredibly arrogant with its position in the market. And the reality is that new games have a difficult time making inroads, because if you go to the game store and people are only playing a particular game or a few games, your options are to play those games or to try and foster your own community of people to play a new game. And that is exceedingly difficult if you don't have somebody to actively spearhead it if the LGS isn't. I remember when Keyforge, its first run was going, and getting people into it wasn't too difficult to start with, but maintaining any kind of momentum was really hard. So you have the games that are already there that have a bunch of players. Like, sure, Magic is switched from mostly standard to pretty much all commander, but if you go down to a game store, you're probably going to be able to find people to play Magic with. Lorcana's done a good job of establishing a presence where I see that people are going and playing that each week as well. So they've done what is very difficult to do. But when it comes to talking to people about new games and what they can get into, it's like, okay, you get into this game, but do you have anybody to play with? So it's a big problem. That is a big problem for new games. But I guess on the other hand, there's also the fact that Magic the Gathering does alienate people and make them look for other games. Like, the amount of garbage that Wizards has been putting out lately, like the stupid goblin selfie secret lair is obnoxious. Like, I get that secret layers are supposed to be these side products that are just, hey, we're trying different things. I get that. But they're not dedicating anything to the main sets. Like, the main sets are stupid meme garbage, like, boo, 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 stupid cowboy western crap with no proper story written to it or whatever. And it's almost like it would be better if they had no lore, because what they're writing is infuriating. And you have a company that doesn't care. You have a corporation that doesn't care. and is trying to rob you blind. Whereas you have these other newer games that aren't these gigantic corporate skis bags that are accountable to Hasbro that just have to churn your money out. So, like, Sorcery, what they're doing is they are slow rolling their releases. They're not like, yo, we're going to cram something out every month. We don't care about the quality. Who cares if your cards are ruined? Any of that crap. They're like, yo, we're going to take our time. We're going to put out our products slowly because, well, I mean, they're not a massive corporation. You literally have the dude who invented the game still working on it hands-on, right? I mean, Richard Garfield's moved on from Magic a billion years ago, and he's creating all these other games. And I mean, good for him, because why would you want to be tangled up in Hasbro's garbage? Magic has been progressively getting worse year after year, and people are saying, no, it's the I see people saying Magic the best it's ever been. It really isn't. It's power creep to crazy levels. The card quality is garbage. The foils are curved nonsense that are scratchy and cloudy straight out of the pack. The company doesn't even care to make sure the cards are printed properly. You got words like Target spelled wrong. Like, what? You've got the newest Commander decks where they're like, hey, we're making a modern set. We shoved a bunch of Commander decks on it. We're such haste, we can't even get the right mana symbols on the box. Like, it's really hard to be a Magic fan right now without being frustrated by this, at least for me, because I've been around forever, right? So then you take this stuff, you take Sorcery, with its just, the cards are great. The cards are great. They look so nice. They feel so nice. They're just satisfying, bro. It's satisfying stuff. You got a bunch of goodness going on, right? I was taking out the starter decks, and I love just, first of all, the quality of the boxes, man. Like, I remember when Magic had deck builders toolkits and the boxes were like this, but the boxes were flimsy and they felt awful. This is so smooth. I could just glide my ball bag across it, like, you know what I mean? I could just go sack sliding across this, Risky Business style. So you've got these absolutely gorgeous looking. Bam. You got like these. Where's my favorite? This one. That's amazing. Like, tell me that's not amazing. It looks so good. And the box is so, like, I've got piles of Magic around here. But like the difference in the decks, this is flimsy trash. This is solid thick boy goodness. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Hey, what up, Simon? How you doing, buddy? Nishimoto, hello to you. Bum, bum, bum. High Wind, yeah, you know what? The new Magic cards they're making aren't new player friendly. They don't even have, you can't, used to be you could read the card to tell what the card does. But now, you look at the cards and you can't tell what they do. You can't, you are like, oh, is this Goblin a white card with no power and toughness? You know, it's like, yeah, but don't you understand? This other Goblin wants to fuck him. And it's like, what? Yeah, what do you think he's saying? You look so hot. Fight me, bro. Fight my butthole with your dong. Like, this is what Magic is, a fucking joke now. Zircon with the membership gift, and nicely done. 5 memberships raining from the sky. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Oh, what up, Bull Falcon? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Hello, Kurt. So yeah, like, for real, Sorcery is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I wish I had more of it. If I had it, we would be doing some openings of that shit, because it's enjoyable. But whatever, man. That's it's not around in my area in the stores and stuff, because it takes time for all that to happen, right? And I don't know exactly how all that's going to roll out. One of the big tragedies of the current era is that a bunch of card games that deserve support in LGSs can't get the bandwidth to make it happen full on, right? So adoption is kind of slow rolled and patchy and intermittent, because, I mean, trying to compete with things like Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't even want to say it right. Whatever. So they're already there. People have already put a bunch of money into them. Hot Dice with the super chat saying, I got 5 on the sack slide. That's my endorsement for Sorcery. So smooth, you can rub your sack on it, son. Hot Dice, thanks for the super chat, buddy. Thanks for the super chat. Hi, when you haven't bought Magic in a long time, well, I've still been getting Magic, because let's be real, I'm a fucking addict. Let's be real. But I'm realizing more and more that other card games deserve more of my time and attention. So I'm actively looking to expand talking about those things, which is part of the whole, hey, yo, what's going on with Sorcery? They just brought in their prayer reward system. Oh, sweet God, Jesus, please make the rectangles rain down upon me. Oh, speaking of making it rain, Millmaster Super Chat says, Wizards of the Coast, we only make cards for people who know how powerful they are. It's bizarre. It's bizarre to have, just part of a card's rules text and then go, look, we put the more there, like when you're online. Oh, man. Oh, Magic tweaks my bag, bro. Cards are too gritty to do the sack slide, right? So yeah, going forwards, I'm looking to expand my talks on other games more. Because it's just too frustrating. It's just too frustrating. I find myself very frustrated with Magic. And Magic's it's been my main game for decades, right? Bo Falcon, you hate to take me away from talking about a good quality game, but did I see the Magic Untapped video with Mero about Bloomburrow from yesterday? No, I didn't. I presume it says absolutely nothing new and just goes, you should be excited about animals, and we did 2 color pairings for different animals, and it's definitely not a furry set. I know we made a Jace furry, and a bunch of you furry degenerates are going to want it, but it's definitely not a furry set. We're totally trying to sell the furries. Are you kidding me? They got the fuckboy goblin secret lair where the guy's going, and the other guy's like, oh, fight me with your dick, bro. It's like we've walked into the shittiest timeline. For real. So I want to be excited about Bloomburrow, but I don't expect some random video. Mark Rosewater never gives anything useful anymore. He's a corporate mouthpiece who's just there to justify why we're getting robbed and to tell us we're wrong. That's it. Once he started talking about expected dollar rates per booster pack and stuff, he's fully drunk the Kool-Aid, man. He's not on our fucking side at all anymore. It's 100%, how do I suck corporate dick as hard as I can to keep this job because it's really good. Bo Falcon says, fair enough, it's pretty much it. Did I get it? It's just the same thing we've already fucking heard. Did you guys know there's mice in the set? Yeah, we saw Mabel already, dickhead. Why don't you tell us something exciting? Well, I can't. All I'm here to do is condescend to you, really, most of the time. So that's how it feels to me. I don't know. I don't pay attention to 99% of what Rosewater says. So maybe he's sitting there actually just happily engaging with people who are happily engaging with him. I will admit that I am embittered, 100%, because I'm so fucking sick. I'm so fucking sick of being robbed by a company that just shits down our throat in response and acts like we should listen, Thunder Junction isn't more expensive, the play booster boxes aren't more expensive because you're getting more boosters than the play boosters, than the set boosters. Listen, you dickhead, the set booster was a big increase in price, and guess what? Set booster boxes before, we've seen a 30 or 40% increase, with a 20% increase in boosters. How the fuck does that work? How the fuck do you tell me the prices are the same when you increase the amount of product by 20%, but the price goes up 30 to 40? Oh, it's roughly the same. My balls should be roughly in your mouth, dickface. So I just throw my hands up, man. I just throw my hands up. He said that they made the cutest new ability ever. It's just going to be kicker. It's just going to be kicker. There's no such thing as innovation at Magic in Magic anymore. It's all just power creep. We made the cutest ever mechanic. It's called Offspring, where they have cute baby versions of them. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet it's the fucking Offspring thing, where you just have little kid versions. Daddy, can I also be a butt ninja like you? You sure can, butt ninja baby token. I can't wait until you're old enough to show your dick on OnlyFans on a Magic card. Whoa, I love your fat throbber. Jam it in me. Let's go hang out in a hot tub with all the bears. Oh. But yeah, it's just going to be Offspring. It's just going to be Offspring. Who cares? Who cares? That's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. Bloomburrow's supposed to be the exciting stuff of the year, the thing I'm most hyped about, but I'll believe it when I see it, because it's just, here's your up and down lowercase secret lair. Here's your lick my abs and butter my butthole goblin secret lair. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Nishimoto, what are you talking about? They literally, loot is a result of Jason Vraska trying to have a baby and their fertility treatment's not working, and then going to their mom, going, Mama, I can't have a baby with this Gorgon lady. Yeah, you gotta fuck a human, idiot. So they abduct a baby. So there you go. There's your, there you go. What are you talking about? Clearly, they're hitting every angle. Do you want a wholesome family but can't breed with your Gorgon lady? Steal a baby. When you're not doing that, you can just get your dong and another dude goblin. Go for it. He can be gobbling your knob. The knob goblin secret lair. Oh. Yeah, exactly, Millmaster. You throw your children in front of giant creatures to chump. You sacrifice them. But don't worry about it, because Magic has been so fucking sanitized that you're not actually, none of the creatures are real. None of the creatures are real. When Magic started, it was like, yo, you're summoning beasts through the blind eternities. These are the real creatures. These are the real deal. But Wizards went, that's feel bad, and people online are fucking idiots. So we have to be like, no. You're creating constructs. What? Yeah, everything you summon is just a construct from your memory. So even legendaries are just fake clone goofs that I materialize myself. If they're just constructs that I'm making up, why can't they just be whatever I want? Why can't they be modified? Why do they have to be this specific thing then? We're not summoning an actual being. No, it's like you see the thing and you can make the thing, but you don't have to feel bad about killing them because they're nothing. Nothing matters. Isn't that great? There's no stakes. There's nothing. Isn't that cool? So you don't have to feel bad because the parents aren't real and the kids aren't real. It's the Matrix, bro. It's the Matrix. It's garbage. It's slop. It is slop-a-doppa junkle-jank. I remember when the company used to care. And they're like, yo, we got to destroy these cards. They're not good enough quality. Yo, let's have card reward programs and stuff like that. And now they're just like, yo, let's see how hard we can rob these people. Let's make premium ultra foil collector decks, and then we'll tell the game stores they can't even have them unless they buy enough Thunder Junction. You gotta run a bunch of Thunder Junction. We got you in a headlock. Buy this crap. We're trying to skeeze the distributors. And then there's a bunch of bleach-brained idiots who come in now and go, Magic's the best it's ever been. You're a fucking moron. You shouldn't be allowed to have kids, man. The stuff I read from people were talking about Yawgmoth being an awesome enemy, Magic's greatest evil. And I'm like, right on. And some guy in the thread was like, liking Yawgmoth is like worshiping Hitler. Yo, you're too stupid to be allowed on the internet, bro. You're a fucking moron. If a villain does anything that a bad person in real life has done, then it's bad. Yeah, and you can enjoy villains as part of a story, you know, without being a horrific monster. How does your brain work, you fucking idiot? Right? Like, Urza's the worst ever. No, you are. You're worse than Urza because you're incredibly fucking dumb, and that offends me. Anybody who thinks Urza is just the worst thing ever has absolute low-level intelligence. That's how it works. Drives me fucking crazy, man. This was supposed to be. This was supposed to be talking about the sorcery reward system, and we're gonna. But clearly, I gotta blow the vents out a bit on Magic. Paul Falcon says, you're not only a historian, but the Nostradamus of MTG. Your future predictions are spot on. Every once in a while, I'll start getting comments on a video from a year and a half ago going, you called it. You called it. It's insane to me that people think that Magic is fucking doing well right now and that they're not scraping the bottom of the barrel for garbage, right? It's insane. It's insane, but whatever. That's just an idea I own, I guess. So, what else? Let's turn our attention. You know what? It's shit like sorcery that just makes me angrier at Magic. It makes me angrier at Magic. It's like when you've got a horrible shrew wife and you're just trudging through life, fucking step after step, just trying to make it through. And then you got this sweet little honey on the side who's actually nice to you and treats you well and not just like an ATM to be robbed and disdainful of, right? So it just, pulling the sorcery out and the reward system is, I'm like, yo, they got a reward system. This is awesome. But it also just makes me angrier at Magic, right? Because Magic is like my number one, but I'm realizing more and more that it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It can be a part of an assortment. It can be a part of an assortment, man. Like, I went out and played Grand Archive with my buddy last weekend, and we had fun. And telling other people about it, they're like, yo, what is this game? And I'm like, it's this. Although nobody's got it in this area, so I don't know what you're going to do with that. That's the tricky part, right? But I can just have like multiple games going on of different things. Joe, it seems very easy to derail a live stream by getting me to rip on Wizards and Hasbro. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not that hard to derail in the first place. I'm a ranty kind of guy, but I prefer when the rants are joy-laden, you know? Highwind, they just had the Phyrexian invasion, bro. They just did it again. You're saying imagine the Phyrexian invasion was still underway. They did March of the Machine. And what they did with that was they were like, the Phyrexians are back. And they're more badass than ever. And it's like, what? And it's like, a single drop of oil can convert people entirely like that. And it's like, wow, that's pretty intense. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay? Story's over. Elish Norn's Wi-Fi shuts down and all the Phyrexians go to sleep. What about all the people who are infected? Shut up! We're moving on. What? Yeah, just wait till we get to Thunder Junction. We'll tell you. Go on the website and read what they said about Vraska and why she's not a Phyrexian anymore. They literally go, somehow she came back as not a Phyrexian. They say it. They say it that way. Somehow. Just somehow. Nishimoto, did we address the Grogu in the room? This is loot related. Go watch the live stream from yesterday if you want to know what the It's a Baby Boy and this thing are about. Because the loot nonsense is ongoing, Nishimoto. So your threat from before about getting in on it some more is totally viable. Finn, we want to have Mike play a game where we can open packs and have him rate the anime today's. Well, I got good news for you, bro. We got some jugs to talk about in this stream. I got some bad news for you. Sorcery has the worst set of tits in any card game. Like 100%. 100%. You know when Dave Chappelle goes, I wish I had 4 thumbs so I could give those titties 4 thumbs down, right? The milk's gone bad. What we're going to talk about would need 400 thumbs down. Sorcery is responsible for the worst titty hate crime ever. Like, by a long margin. So, we're going to do the opposite of a good jug hunt here, but we got good jug hunt action coming. Trust me. Trust me. That stuff is back on the menu. All right? Now, I haven't decided whether the jug hunts will be headed up by Excelsior McJuggins or you guys don't know him yet. Captain Richard Storm. Captain Richard Storm is the other individual who mans the SS Tite. So I don't know which one is going to be leading the jug hunts. Maybe one day it'll be one day it'll be another. Who knows? But oh, Jamestown Super Chat just says, take Millmaster's name down. Very well. Very well. You're going to towns on them. You're going to towns on them. So yeah, we got we've got the most objectionable jugs in the card game world that Sorcery has provided. Hands down. Hands down. Getting distracted here by talking about that. Finn says, how much do we need to donate to get Mr. Captain Storm to give us a preview? No. Rank of captain. Maybe even admirable. Admirable. Well, he is admirable. Admiral, okay? You don't even know, bro. You don't even know. I have like a fucking captain's hat or whatever. And the universe said, bro, you need a jacket to go with it. And so a brand new jacket that somebody bought 20 years ago and never wore that matches the hat showed the fuck up. It just showed up. Somebody left it. Somebody just left it. Just boom. For anybody to take. Brand new. The pocket's still sealed shut. Never been worn. Price tag hanging on it. But you can tell from the price tag, the price of it, the actual age of the tag. This coat was purchased. Actually, there was a receipt along with it. Like it was in a dry cleaning bag. And it's like 20 years ago. Somebody got this 20 years ago. Never wore it. And I've got it now to go with the hat. So it's... And I didn't even realize they linked up the same way. I was just like, oh, it'd probably go cool with the hat. And then I looked and I'm like, oh my God, they have the same design. 100%. That's correct. That's correct. Richard Storm, also known as Dick Storm. Admiral, Captain. I don't know what actually sounds better. Admiral Dick Storm, Captain Dick Storm. I feel like Captain because the C sound is powerful. Yeah, McGraw, I did consider Rear Admiral because that's funny. That's another one. Maybe his rank will keep changing. I don't know. This is something that we're working on. Finn, how much you got? How much you willing to pay to get me to go and get the Dick Storm gear? Scorpageist, why not both together? Fuck you. Why don't you go fucking work 2 jobs for the same pay, you fucking dickhead? What the hell's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Why don't you just do both? Because that's a lot of work and it's unnecessary and it muddies things up. Don't need 2. What are they each gonna hold 1 jug? Come on, bro. Come on. You want the titties in pairs, not the hosts, okay? It's a one-man show. I'm not even willing to share the stage with myself unless it's to advertise my Amazon link, in which case, the more me, the better. Nishimoto Commodore, what am I, 64? What am I, 64? All right. So, we should probably, wait. Did I miss something? I did miss something earlier. Hold on. Finn, my bad, bro. Bacon streams. Let the spicy bacon fuel your reigns. All right. And that makes you Lord of the Board, buddy. That makes you Lord of the Board. Sorry if I missed that in my ranting. I used to have the watch, but it stopped fucking vibrating to let me know I just got one, so. All right, Finn. Lucky 13. Ooh, it's getting warm, man. I'm gonna open the window. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. Oh yeah, Finn, check it out, buddy. Since you talked about bacon, look at this. We got the bacon man down here. Wah, 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 wah. And we got the grilled cheese bacon bow tie guy. Ah. Okay. Let's see here. Maybe if I keep that there, it'll be more likely that I'll notice stuff like that. Felonious T says, I put in a vote for Rear Admiral Dick Storm. That is rad. It's rads. R-A-D-S. Hey, RNG Gaming's membership message says, hey everyone, been busy lately. Haven't been able to come hang, but much love as always. Hell yeah, buddy. What up, Keebla? I didn't go anywhere. I just opened the window. So calm the fuck down. This isn't a preschool. Shall we talk about the sorcery stuff? Have I spent enough time meandering all over the place? People watching the live streams afterwards are always like, bro, I'm interested in the title. I'm interested in the title of your live stream, but I never know when the hell you're going to get to the point. Well, guess what? Neither do I. So suck it up. It's not a video. It's live. I'm living it. It's life. It's raw, like meat. Don't put it in your mouth because you'll get fucking salmonella. Okay, let's talk the sorcery reward setup and my understanding of it. Now, this is just what I've picked up looking at from the surface, so the details may be inaccurate. And guess what? You can't sue me, so eat my fucking ass. If you don't like anything I say or anything I say turns out to be inaccurate, complain to the sorcery company. Guess what? I don't work for them. So go ahead and send them an email going, the Hatcher said that this is how your program works. And they'll be like, hey, idiot. Yeah, does it look like he fucking works for us? No. Then shut up. Shut the fuck up. Here's a picture of Eric's dick. That's how, if you guys didn't know, that's what they do over at the Sorcery TCG. If you send an email they don't like to customer service, they send you a picture of Eric's Curiosa, which is what he calls his dick. Just so you know, no one else will give you the straight goods on the sorcery lore. But I'm telling you, when you see Eric Curiosa's game, that's his name for his dick. Hey, ladies, you getting curious? You want to get Curiosa? It sounds like a Harry Potter spell. That will make you that will make you curious. There's gonna be like an official video put out by by Sorcery going, look, we know we paid the Magic Historian to do a box opening on the Historian channel, but we're not, nothing this guy says anywhere applies to us in any way. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let me tell you about the dust system where they send you physical dust. Like if you go and play in sorcery events, they send you bags of dust that you can snort, right? Like it's white like cocaine, but it's not, because I mean that would be illegal. But it smells like cocaine. They send you bags of dust, but like from Eric's house. Do you know what I mean? Like when he sweeps it up, most of the dust in your house is dead cell skins, like dead skin cells. So if you save enough of them, you can make a clone of Eric and take over the Sorcery Corporation, right? You won't need to deep fake the AI. You can use that to help augment your clone, but okay. All right, for real. It's called the dust system because I don't know, but it's a point system. It's, you know, popsicle stick points. You know, when you would get the popsicle sticks and keep them for the points? Same kind of deal. Same kind of deal, but you don't just get it from buying stuff, right? So they got dust that you can get. You can get dusty by buying products, or you can get dusty by playing. And then when somebody wins the event and gets dust for it, you can get dusted. But that's confusing because it sounds like they lost, right? So you can have that contradictory experience. Anyways, I've got some images to show you of Eric's Curiosa. Wait, this isn't the right one. Oh, no, that's it. That's an early spoiler. I hope you guys didn't. I hope nobody was paying enough attention. That was an accidental reveal. That wasn't the one I meant to click on. Is it this one? Nope. Okay, hold on. I'll get there. There it is. We did it. We did it. No, Thoth, yeah, don't get confused with the dusting system where you break things down. You use this dust to fill your vacuum cleaner. And then once you've got one vacuum cleaner's full of dust, then you can trade it for stuff. All right? So, they've got multiple ways to get dust. They've got an actual reward tier where it's like if you're buying booster boxes, you get 100 dust per booster box, right? That's my understanding. That's what I've seen. But it might also be 10,000 or 70,000 dust. So, but no, it's 100 as far as I understand. MS says, whip out your Richard, Mike. Yo, not here, man. You got to wait until after the stream for that. You got to wait until after the stream for that. And if you think $15 is enough to make me stop what I'm doing and run off and do a Captain Storm cosplay for you, well, thanks for the money, but your brain don't work right. At least you're Lord of the Board. You do get that. All right. Back. Now, which one was it? Oh, which one was it? No? Oh, okay, there we go. It's this one. I really should label these things. This is under Arena stream, so that's a little bit confusing. So, you can get $100 for a booster box. Oh, you know what? Actually, I suppose since we're talking about the points for the booster box, let me. Oh yeah, wasn't this a 39 pack box? The alpha boxes were funky in that they had some extra packs in them, which is neat. Okay, so on the bottom of the box, there is a little QR code. You'll notice that you can't actually scan it because part of it is obscured by a little scratchy McDatchy, right? So that's how they do it. You scratch that off, and then you scan it with your phone. And then if you're a dumb magoo like Zircon, what you do is you go and do that before the system's actually been established, so that you'll go, oh wait, I scanned all my boxes, but I didn't get any dust. You got dusted for real, Zircon, and yeah, I saw that. I saw your shame. I saw your foolishness, bro. You're a premature McScratchulator. So yeah, each box is 100 dust, but you can get 100 dust just in a month from playing. You don't have to get the boxes, right? Which is sweet. It's not like Force of Will just had you just get one code per pack. That's the only way to get points or whatever, as far as I know. Maybe they had something else, but regardless, I ended up I was ranked number 51 in the world for Force of Will, because their point system and their tournament system both use the point rankings from the packs and stuff. So maybe you did get some points from winning tournaments. But either way, I was ranked 51 in the world in Force of Will. I never played in an official Force of Will tournament in my life. I played in some casual ones at the game store for fun, maybe like 4. And those weren't for points. Those weren't listed. Those weren't registered. Millmaster's Super Chat says, take down MS, then take Jamestown down a peg. Jamestown, you've been lowered a peg. Officially by Millmaster taking the board. Millmaster! New Lord of the Board. MS says, whip it out and we plump the buns. Wait, what? You know, that's not you're saying You're telling me to pull. Listen, MS Super Chat saying, whip it out and we plump the buns. You're saying if I pull my dong out, you're going to grab my butt cheeks. First of all, there's a fucking extra cover charge for that. For that. Because I have a sweet booty, bro. This isn't some low level, like, tournament gross bag, right? I got them sweet cheeks. I could totally first of all, I better never go to prison because it's going to be a bad time in that regard. I'm going to be a highly valued commodity. But I could do those jokes where the dudes wear the leggings and other guys come up and check out their ass and they're like, oh yeah, and then it turns around and it's a dude. I could do that. So, just saying. I'm just saying, if I came out here in some junk hugging tights and you guys could see all of it, you'd just be like, can we forget Magic and card games altogether and you just dance and thrust for us for 2 hours? That's why I don't do it, because I don't want to demean myself. I'm here to entertain using this part of my body in a verbal capacity. Let's be very clear. I was about to say in an oral capacity, and then I realized that does not send the right message. Nishimoto says board war! Board war! All right, Nishimoto, taking the board. I'm just thinking about people tuning in for actual information on sorcery, and it's like, you can get useful information from my live streams in chunks surrounded by insanity, nonsense, and lies. So good luck. Good luck. Zircon, you had the dust from a while ago, but you redeemed like 30 minutes before launch, and it poofed. See? I see everything. I see it all. I'm also the sorcery historian because I'm going to make up the history. There we go. Now, back to what we were doing. Back to the points. Okay, so we talked about the booster boxes, how you get the 100 points from that. Now we're going to talk about the participation dust grant. And this is if you want to go to college. Sorcery will help you pay for your student loans. So it's a participation dust grant. So if you go to a Learn to Play sorcery event, for every person who goes, they'll put $30 towards your education, right? Now, the difference between a Learn to Play and casual meetup event is casual meetup events, that's like company speak for an orgy. So it's it's a casual meetup, but there's a typo in this because meat is spelled M-E-A-T. So it's like meat up, like the meat is up in you, but it's casual, which means no condoms. You know what? This is a good time for an intermission. Fuck it. I'm going to get some more Kool-Aid, and I'm going to leave you with this. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. All right, I'm back. I'm back. You had enough time to bookmark that Amazon link. All right. Let's pop this up here. There we go. That's good. That's good. Okay, so where were we? So this is the dust system. It works like points. It works like points. So you build up based on the events you go to, right? And it says you can get up to 100 a month. After that, you can't get any more. So this is just for showing up to play. And I don't know why, if it's a bigger learn to play event, you don't get any points. I have no idea why that is, but maybe that's because they don't have learn to play events that are that big. It's mildly confusing, but maybe that's just to stop people from playing in multiple learn to plays. But you figure you can only like play in one of those anyways. I don't know. So you get 30 points for that, 30 points for the casual meetups, and then when it comes to draft tournaments, sealed tournaments, and constructed tournaments, you got a different setup where based on the number of people who are playing in it, you get more dust. So if you played in one 64-man event, you've already got 70 of your 100 monthly dust. So that's showing up to play, right? That's showing up to play. They also have an actual placing in events. This is how much dust you get as well, right? So if you just play in an 8-man event, coming in first place is the equivalent of having bought 2 booster boxes. So clearly, the way this is set up is you can get a nice chunk of dust for buying booster boxes, but you can get a lot for just playing, right? If you come first place in a big event, 32 people, you get 1,000 points. That's the equivalent of 10 booster boxes worth of points. And if you get 64 people or more event, you got 3,000, 3 times as much, right? So that's the equivalent of buying 30 booster boxes for like the dust level rewards. I don't know how many whales there are who would buy a ton of boxes just to get 100 points a go. I have no idea how much that's going to be valued, right? It's not clear, but it's interesting that, first of all, first and second place get points for every event, unless it's like a 4-man event, which just doesn't rank. So I don't know why it's on this chart. I don't know why you would have the 4 category in here, just to let you know, just so you know, playing in a 4-man event is pointless. We don't give points. You know what like this, I would make a slight change for marketing purposes and just show 8, 16, 32, and 64 plus, right? Rather than like having a zip category that's entirely blank, because that that diminishes the value of your 4-person event overall. But if you got 16 people, you got top 4 getting the points. So now we've talked about how you can get your points, right? Now let's take a look at some of the rewards you can get. What do we got? So, hold on. I gotta make this a bit bigger because it's small for me to see. In no particular order, this is like just random screenshots of the stuff that they got, all right? So you can see this one is a majority of playmats. You got 4 different options for your playmats. I love having the like right kind of playmats and sleeves for the card games I'm playing. I like them to match up. I don't like having other card games in Magic the Gathering sleeves, for example. I'll just use like normal backed ones that just are a particular color or something like that. The most fun is having the right sleeves and the right playmat for the right game. That's how I like it. It feels good. It feels consistent. So you got multiple options for the playmats here. Out of the 4, the one I like the best is the Primordial Spring, right? Out of the ones that you can see here, it goes Primordial Spring, Mirror Realm, Roots of Yaggle McDraggle, and then the Watchtower. Although actually maybe Watchtower is above Roots. I don't know. More of a tie down there. But Primordial Spring is the choice I like the best there. They got a promo foil Cloud City. That's not too shabby. And then they've got Foot Soldier 3 packs. So when you get the starter decks, they come with these teeny weeny little soldier tokens. So these are full-sized versions of the soldier tokens, which I think is a great option because some people are going to like the tiny ones and some people will like to have the bigger ones. And it can be it can be more special. You know what I mean? You can be like, I got the special big ones. Well, you got a tiny little one. So you can see the range of dust. If you want the Cloud City, it's going to cost you $1,400. It's going to cost you a lot. The playmats are like 800 points, right? So now that we got a little bit of context, you got 800 points. So if you like come in first place in 2 16-man events, you already got enough to get a playmat. If you come in second in 4 events, you got enough to get a playmat. And if you come in third or fourth just 8 times because you're doing all right but not all right enough, that's enough too. So I don't know, bro. If just coming in the top 25% of an event means you can snag a playmat, like if you play in one event every week, theoretically, I have no idea how often you would. So I'm just throwing numbers out here for the fun of it. Let our imaginations run wild, right? So yeah, you play in like 4 events. If you play in like 4 events in a month, like once a weekend or something like that, you could easily rack yourself up some goodness. So I don't think that these rates seem terrible. Like when you compare it to booster boxes, every 8 booster boxes you buy, you can get a playmat. Every 4 you buy, you can get like the upgraded foot soldiers, and you have to get 14 boxes for a Cloud City. So you got to make your own determinations on that. I like playmats and other stuff like that more, rather than just like particular playable cards, you know, until you have some of it. Once you have some of it, then it changes. Once you've got like, yo, I've already got the playmat I want. Yo, I've got whatever other things I want. Then the cards start to move up the rankings. I'm not against them. They're just not the thing I would go for first with my points, right? So what else do we got? We've got, this is, all right, we saw the bottom 3. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we've got the promo foil sorcerer. So if you want to have the sorcerer as your avatar, you don't already got one, you can get that one. You can get the foil. I mean, you can get it as well if you already got one because you want this foil version too, right? They've got the rubbles. Those are what you use when a place gets destroyed. So it's like, yo, this place has been ruined. You can have those as physical representations. So you get a foil 4-pack of them. And then they've got the Pudge Butcher. So for this one, hold on. We gotta switch it up. So the worst set of jugs in any card game ever. Just horrendous, monster garbage. Just like eyeballs oozing out of your head, man. This is the worst. It's like, yo, can you please use that hook to cut my head off, you weird looking hooker? This is Pudge, right? This is Pudge from the front. But some of you can't get rigid from the front. Some of you need it from behind. Some of you are like Sir Mix-a-Lot, and baby's got to have back. And that's why you can get Pudge now. You can get Pudge from the other angle. Hold on. You can get pudged. Right? Look at that. If you've ever wanted to bang a monster that has a body that looks like 80 pancakes stacked on each other, I mean, if you clap them cheeks, it's gonna take an army. You're gonna need 2 friends on either side to shove a dub, right? So yeah, you can get a promo. You can get a promo Sir Mix-a-Lot Baby Got Back Pudge for 200, man. So yo, all you got to do is come in 4th place. You just got to come in 4th place twice, and then you can pudge it up. It's hilarious. That's funny. I find it very amusing that they were like, yo, if you think the front of Pudge is gross, wait till you see the back. You can smell the card from across the internet, man, and it does not smell good. All right, so the sorcerer is 300. The rubble is 500, but you get 4 cards, right? And then Pudge is 200, which obviously is a deal. You go with the Pudge, right? Always go with the Pudge. And then we've got the last, well, I guess this is where it started at the top on the website. This is where it started at the top. But anyways, you've got in grayed out the actual alpha. You could get alpha booster boxes, but it was 12,000 points and they're gone. 12,000 points. Think about that. If it's 100 points, then that'd be 120 boxes. And if they just announced the system with the points now, you couldn't have won any in events, which means anybody who got this had to have gotten 120 codes worth, either by buying 120 boxes themselves or finagling codes off of other people's boxes. I don't know, sliding into their house at night. I don't know how many boxes of alpha they had to go this way in the first place, but that's insane. That's insane, right? So you've got the alpha box, you've got two options in t-shirts and a sorcery hoodie. That hoodie looks sweet, bro. So the t-shirts are 1,000, so that's 10 booster boxes. The hoodie is 1,800, so that's 18 booster boxes, because that's the language we're talking right now. And then you've got a promo waypoint portal for 400, or a promo the color out of space for 1,800, right? So for me, on this, totally, I put the hoodie above the t-shirts, and I put the blue t-shirt above the gray t-shirt. The booster box would be at the top, but I mean, obviously, that'd be on top of anybody's list if they could just pick something from this. And then the color out of space beats waypoint portal for me overall. So that's how I'd rank these. That's how I would rank these. And they also, you can't see it. I don't know. I was about to click on this image like an idiot to expand something that's not there. They have it limited, so you can only get one of each. Simon says, one of the fans made a miniature of Pudge Butcher and you based it on that. Oh, all right. Fair enough. He sent it to Eric wrapped in caution tape. That's fun. That's fun, man. You get sent something like that and you're like, yo, we're going to do the back of the card because of this. So yeah, that's the entirety of the rewards. So now you've seen the rewards. If you want another look at the point system, this is the current structure they're working with. If you're playing 1 to 4 players, you can eat ass because it's just blank, like your heart will be. If you play in an 8-man event, first top 2 are going to take it. And then in 16, 32, and 64, it's only the top 4. I'm surprised that it's not extended out past that, considering like you can just give lower levels of dust to people like, I don't know, top 8. You know, top 8 feels good. I feel like it should basically go like this. It should follow a pattern of, you take 4 off the table, you got first and second for 8. You have first through fourth for 16. 32, you add 2 more on. See, because from 8 to 16, you're adding 2 slots on. So from 16 to 32, you got twice as many people. Add 2 slots on, give them each 100 points, right? It's that simple. And then for 64, you add 2 more slots on, and then above that, you go 200, 100. It doesn't matter if it's a fucking drop-off. Like, that feels better to me. I feel like this chart needs to be changed. That is my opinion, and my opinion is valid and valuable, all right? Just so we're clear. But yeah, I think for consistency and also to reward the people where you got 64 people coming out and you're telling us that only 4 matter, it's like, that's the same as 16, right? So that's the vibe I have on it. Simon, you don't have to fucking take anything I say into account, bro. I'm saying this to these guys. I'm not providing it to you as feedback. I didn't submit that for whatever. The only thing I ever said to you guys as advice was, yo, you shouldn't automatically let things load onto your website because bad actors can basically backdoor craziness on there. They'll just put stuff up out of spite and hose you that you don't want up there. That's the only advice I ever gave. So, whatever, man. You don't gotta listen to me. I'm not the one giving away free stuff, but I'm just saying how it feels. Take out the 4 part, though. Definitely do that. Definitely take out the 4, because it's just a feel bad. Oh, you see it? Like, if I saw that, I wouldn't think about it. I'd just be like 8, 16, whatever. But if you see 4 and you associate that with no rewards, and then you see, hey, we're having a 4-man tonight. Yeah, no, I won't be the 4th because it's not worth it. They told me it's not worth it. Kensuke, what does 3,000 points get you? It gets you 15 pudge butts. Oh, there's probably a limit of one. I don't know. Maybe it gets you 15 pudges. 3,000 points can get you what? Like, you could get a t-shirt and a playmat for like 1,800, and then some other promo stuff if you want to. I've always loved point systems that like give you rewards that you can cash in for stuff. The first time I encountered in a card game was with Legend of the Five Rings back in the day, and your clan used to be represented on the deck box, and they had cards you could have that would represent your clan instead. And I was able to get that using those points. It was sweet. I won an event, and a lady from the company was there, and she's like, "Okay, you can mail this in to redeem it." And I'm like, "But you're right here, and you've got the cards. Can't I just redeem it with you?" So I kept asking her until she agreed, and then she just crossed out the amount, and she was like, "Okay, here you go," because I wanted it. I like stuff like that. Red Dress, you're gonna get some sorcery soon. Hopefully, it looks fun. Yeah, I had enjoyment playing it, man, for real. So there we go. We've covered the. There we go. I'm dying. Apparently, it's all over for me. It's all over for me, but the crying. So yeah, man. If it was me, I would get a hoodie before I'd get a t-shirt. But Kensuke, yep. With 3,000 points, you could get a hoodie, you could get a t-shirt, and 200 points for Pudge. Don't forget that Pudge, big boy. You need the Pudge. You need the Pudge. Now I gotta put this back because I don't want this to get separated from the rest of the deck. I sleeved these as soon as I got them. One of the things that happens when I get cards is, depending on the quality of the cards and the product, I will instantaneously sleeve it. If the cards feel good and it seems like nice quality, I instantly sleeve it. So these got sleeved as soon as I got them. Things like MetaZoo, I never even thought of sleeving their crap because it was just such poor quality. It was such poor quality. All right, Pudge, back in your home. There we go. So I've got all my decks sleeved up. And actually, another testament to how much I like sorcery overall is I have everything randomly sleeved. Right down to all the commons. All the commons are sleeved together in penny sleeves. If you can even call them that anymore, considering that the pack of sleeves cost $3 just for the penny sleeves. In my day, penny sleeves were $1 a pack. Okay? I also remember getting penny candies for a literal penny too. That's how old I am. I remember going down to the convenience store and they had this big glass display case with all these buckets and they were just piled with penny candies. You could get candies for a penny. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. My grandmother could give me a dime and I could get 10. I feel like I sound like I'm 1,000,000 years old. Like I'm 1,000,000 years old. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just like when I hear myself saying it, I would go down to the store with a dime and get 10 candies. Some double sleeve or single? I'm lazy. I don't want to double sleeve everything, man. I don't want to double sleeve everything. Maybe if I had like a deck I was taking to tournaments or something like that, then I might, because people spill their drinks into your cards and shit like that. It's crazy. So yeah, for me, I like the extra gear around it. The playmats, the garments. That stuff is more enjoyable to me. But a bunch of people are going to want the cards and stuff. Juggle them, yeah, you're saying the same thing. You'd rather have the rare cards that are difficult to acquire. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Juggle them fortune gums they come with a fortune in the wrapper. One stick with a fortune. I don't think I ever saw those. I remember little Bazooka Joe comics, but those weren't a cent. Those were like 5 cents. So yeah, like I remember a long time ago when Wizards had their player reward program, and it's nice. It's nice to feel like, hey man, just by playing this game, I can get some free stuff. That's cool. I enjoy that. I liked that they would just send things out. Finn, what's the easiest way to send eBay stuff to me in Canada? Uh, I don't know, man, because like you gotta, people can, people sometimes have a hard time figuring out how to ship to PO boxes, so they'll send it away, it'll get sent back or whatever. You might just want to get it sent to you and then send it to me, right? Because if you want to send to a post office box, you have to go with like the United States Postal Service, because Canada Post won't accept anything else at all. At all. So I don't know. Nobody's ever ordered anything off of eBay just to have it sent to my PO box. That's never happened. That's never happened. Kanzuki, that's right. We don't even have, that's not only do we have penny candies. Pennies aren't a thing anymore. Nickels are like the new pennies. And so they just round stuff. When you buy in cash, they just round it. If you pay in debit, whatever. But if you're buying in cash, they round it. And whoever, it's like if it's 3 cents, you got to pay 5 cents. If it's 2 cents, you got to pay no cents. Like that's how it works. It's not the most amazing system. Finn, yeah. Wait, what is that? What, that name sounds familiar. Goddess Story. Maybe I don't know what that is. Maybe I'm thinking of. Never mind. I'm thinking of how to pick up girls in a dungeon or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think probably the easiest way is to honestly just get the boxes yourself and send them. Although you can try and talk to somebody on eBay. You just got to make sure that they know that like they're sending it to a PO box and only USPS will work. Nothing else will work. Oh, there's also the customs thing. You know what? Get them sent to you. Get them sent to you, because you can send it to me. And when you send stuff, there's customs on this kind of shit. So customs kicks in when the declared value of the stuff in the box is like over $60 Canadian. So basically like $50 US. If you put more than that, then they want me to pay at the post office to pick it up. They charge me money, which means then afterwards you got to give me the money to pay for that shit too. Because otherwise, then it's me paying for the fucking stuff, and that doesn't even feel like a gift anymore. And I've actually been hosed that way. Fucking MetaZoo sent me a box. I got charged customs on it, and then they went the fuck out of business. Before they would reimburse me the customs, but the last time, the company closed like a day later. I got the Hello Kitty box. I had to fucking pay customs on the bitch. And then they just went out of business before they could reimburse me. I was just like, son of a bitch. But yeah, when you have to pay for stuff at the post office, it fundamentally changes the nature of what's going on, because now I'm paying for it, right? So it no longer feels like I'm giving you this thing. It just feels like I'm buying it for a discount price or whatever. It's like if you in Christmas, you were just like, here's a gift, and then somebody like grabbed it before you could get it, and it's just like, you gotta give me $20 before you can have this present. And you're like, what? But that person got it for me. No, I know, but you gotta give me $20. You can't have it. You know what I mean? Like it's shitty. It's shitty. So that would definitely be an eBay issue, man, depending on how it's all done. Splendor, pennies are for flattening in national park sites. Bro, They used to have penny flattening machines where you would put a penny in, like when you went to the falls or whatever, and you crank the thing, crank, 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 and it flattens the penny. I remember having like collecting flattened pennies. I've collected a lot of things in my life. Stamps, mugs, flattened pennies, a bunch of different card games. I don't care about the mugs and other stuff anymore. Finn, there's this guy whose house is on the border. His front door's in Canada, his back door's in the US. Oh, that's where we're going to go to do our smuggling. That's where we're going to do our smuggling. Juggling, like that's going to stop, man. Like that's going to stop. Not only do they charge the customs, by the way, American government does that too, just so you know. It's not just a one-way thing. They both charge customs. It's just the American government has a much higher threshold for it, which is why you're probably never going to find out, right? Like theirs is like 5 times as high. It's crazy. It's crazy. But like on top of them charging you a fee, they charge you a fee for telling you they're charging you a fee. So whatever it is that you owe in customs, they slap an extra $10 on. They just slap an extra $10 on. It's the most obnoxious. It's the most obnoxious nonsense. At first, I remember it really like messed me up where I'm just like, yo, like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? I don't want to seem like an ingrate to somebody by going, yo, I had to pay to get this, so you should pay me back kind of thing. Right? I was like, because some people would be like, oh, you're getting gifts, you should just be happy. It's like, it turns it into an expense, man. And especially when I started, I didn't have extra money for that. It's not like the things you get can be converted back into cash a lot of the times. James P. sent me a fucking statue that they did customs on. They said it was a book. It's a fucking statue. They said it was a book. And like, I'm not going to sell it. Well, I'm going to sell a leg. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, at first it was weird, but then I just realized, no, it's fine. It's part of the shipping process. It's an extra shipping expense that I just need to let them know about. That's all. Because there are other creators who have had to ask their audience, please stop sending me stuff. I can't afford the fees and whatever. And I'm like, well, I'm not going that route. People want to hook me up. I'm not going to fucking stop them, right? Finn, no, nobody sent me proxies and declared the real card value of them. No, that never happened. Splendor, what? Why would you need a VPN for online gambling? Because you got caught by your wife gambling, that's why? VPNs don't protect you from your woman. The V don't stand for vagina, bro. That's not how... If you think that's protecting you from your wife finding out, you're getting scammed. I don't know what website told you that, but VPNs are for like, I want to watch British television on the internet, but they know I'm not in Britain, so I can fool them into thinking I'm in Britain. That won't stop your wife from finding out that you're gambling her life savings away. Scorbageist, yep. That's how it is to me too. It just seems like the logical way to do it, right? That's it. I'm obviously grateful for everything that I get, but it's got to be in a way that works. And so far, it's worked out fine. Literally, the only time there's been any kind of hiccup with it is because of the MetaZoo shit, and they went out of business. So, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Sam, what are you, deaf? Did you miss the part where I covered the dust? Because I already talked about that. So if you think I'm just going to meander back to whatever it is you want to talk about, go eat a bunch of grapes in the corner or something, buddy. That's all I can tell you. You seem to be very fucking confused as to how it works here. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want. So, there you go. There you go. And when you come in and go, so, sorcery, that does the opposite. It doesn't make me want to talk about it. It makes me want to continue to talk about what the fuck ever. But I literally covered what the stream title is. It's like if I made a video title that says, I eat a pretzel, and then I ate the fucking pretzel. And you're like, so, eat the pretzel. No, I already did that. I thought you were here for it, you see. That's how that shit works. That's how that shit works. Come on, Sam. Come on, man. Why you do this to me? Huh? Isn't it obvious that I meander all over the fucking place? Cardboard Splendor, you got blacklisted because your wife registered you? Well, she's doing it for your own good, you degenerate. What are you talking, Splendor? You're just making shit up. You people make shit. I never chewed you out for wanting more sorcery. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Sam, maybe the title should be Dillweed Talks About His Butt. Maybe it should. Maybe it should. That's just as reasonable a title for my streams. Finn, what's my favorite anime? Looking for the right anime waifu cards for me to rate. I mean, bro, big titty anime girls rule, right? Big jugged ones are the best ones. So whichever ones are fighting against their sweaters. That's, you know, the bigger, well, I shouldn't say the bigger the better because there is a limit. But like, bro, I'm good with I'm good with all the goodness. All the goodness. All right? All right? But yeah, I mean, I don't care about the ones that look like fucking little kids, because that's, I mean, might be like, oh, that one's cute, but it's not the same, right? You know the guys who are like, I love this one, and it's like, you're breathing real heavy over that drawing of like a fucking, what looks like a 9-year-old. Bro, she's a 7,000-year-old demon. She's very mature, all right? She goes out on coffee dates and stuff, and it's like, look, man, sure, okay. Like, look, she just has the baby soother in her mouth because that's how she soothes the 9,000-year-old inner demon. She's very, very mature. She's very mature, and do not judge me for her being my favorite. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, like Force of Will had Oborozuki with those fat chest bazookies. Like they got the big ones with the fucking boob windows and shit. I mean, I've only ever seen ones that are too big on real women, not on anime. So, I mean, I don't know. If they draw them to the point where you're just like, how could you possibly even live? There is an upper limit where it becomes too much titty meat, bro. There is such a thing as too much titty meat. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. That Kool-Aid's pretty good. But yeah, Finn, I mean, I'm down to check out other card games for sure. For sure. I'm thinking about just expanding the coverage on the Historian to videos talking about card game, like other card games as well, on a more regular basis. Admittedly, Magic has been making a lot of moves that I hate, and while I still enjoy the gameplay, I'm finding myself with diminished enthusiasm overall for their new offerings. Finn, as a scholar, you want to push the limit to find it? Well, let's do it, buddy. Let's do it. We've already figured out the bacon side of things, so we'll have bacon in one hand, fat jugs in the other. That's the life. That's the life. Finn, you wish Force of Will wasn't so expensive. They lost me. They lost me with their Ghost in the Shell set. Like, when it comes to other card games, I have a way lower threshold for nonsense. Like, Magic has the advantage of being the first card game I fell in love with, the one that I have a ton of knowledge about, have a ton of experience with, a ton of cards from, and play all the time, right? And so that's part of what makes it harder for other card games. But I'm realizing that playing, like just playing games with my friends is what I genuinely like the most out of everything. And I played Magic and Grand Archive together on the past weekend. And I had a lot of fun. Like a lot of fun playing Grand Archive. It has a fair bit of complexity to it, so it's not like super simple like some of the card games that you really lose interest in right away. There's a lot of stuff to fiddle around with, and my buddy actually messaged me today and said, "Do you want to play some more Cube and Grand Archive today?" And I was busy, so I couldn't, but yeah, it's becoming more obvious to me that Magic isn't the end-all, be-all of the cardboard world, where for the longest time I was like, Magic is the undisputed king and nothing else is close. Well, Wizards of the Coast is really, they've battered my love for their brand considerably with their disrespect. And it's totally making me just want to embrace other card games and see if maybe other card games player base is less awful. And then there'll be new player bases to complain about me too, because I promise you that will happen. That will happen. I've got a polarizing personality. People will fucking love me or hate me. I got into Keyforge, and in like the month and a half I was into it, there were already threads popping up about me. I don't like this guy, all this shit. They were saying all kinds of crazy shit. That was when I would actually go in and like go toe to toe with people, because I hadn't learned the rules. And by the rules, I mean, they're not actual rules, but useful guidelines that stop you from getting into nonsense that affects other people. So this Keyforge thread popped up, and people were saying all kinds of crazy shit about me. And somebody came along and was like, "Are you guys just gonna like provide evidence of anything you're saying? Or are we just here to make shit up and talk shit?" And people were like, "That's him! That's him!" They were saying that guy was me. And I'm like, "That's not me. What the fuck?" So I literally went and made an account on Reddit, because I didn't have one before then. And I showed up in there and went, "Oh, I see you guys think that's me. This is me, you little bitches. I'm here now. Say it to my fucking face, you clowns," right? And I just started talking shit to them in the Reddit, because this was back when I would talk smack with people in the comments, like, "You want to call me an idiot? Fuck your mother, moron." Like, I would get into all of it. I would open up their account, look at the videos they had watched, who they were subscribed to, and make personalized insults, telling them to get fucked, bro. It was amazing. It was ridiculous. It was a waste of my time. So I'm in this Reddit going, "Fuck you, I'm the guy." And then they went, "That's not him." They pointed at the guy who was just asking for logical discourse with evidence and went, "That's Hatcher." And then when I actually showed up and said it's me, they refused to believe it was me. So I shared it on Facebook so my friends could see, because I thought it was fucking hilarious, right? And it turns out that it just made my friends mad. Like, I went to my best friend's house and we were playing Keyforge, and then I go to leave and I see like a list of names beside his computer, and I'm like, these feel vaguely familiar. And then I'm like, wait, aren't these the donkey idiots that I was making fun of and yelling at on Reddit? And then I'm like, "Why do you have this list?" And he's like, "Those people made me so mad." I'm like, "What are you making a list? You're going to try and get them? What are you doing? What's wrong with you?" So at that point I went, "Oh, I can't do this because it'll upset other people." So now when I see people talking shit about me on Reddit, I just go, "Okay," and just walk off, because whatever, man. I'm not wasting my time yelling at people in there like I used to. I learned my lesson. Man, so ridiculous. So ridiculous, the stuff. Like the comment section, I was fundamentally unprepared for that. I had no idea that people would just leave comments and not care or anything. Like I made a video talking about people getting scammed. I did multiple videos talking about people getting scammed. And people would just go, "Why are you even talking about this?" And then I was just like, the one guy, I just had to ask. I'm like, okay, So I made this video talking about this scam so that people will know and be able to avoid it. But you have genuine issues with it. And I don't understand because it comes across like you're saying that you want people to be scammed. Like, I genuinely don't understand your position. And I didn't say it in an insulting way. Literally like I'm talking now. Just calmly asking this guy to explain because I didn't understand. And he called me and he's like, "You're an asshole. Other YouTubers wouldn't have responded." And I'm just like, does not compute. I'm like, I never left YouTube comments before in my life before I started doing YouTube. Never. YouTube for most of the time to me was just something to watch music on. Well, music videos. I'm going to go watch Paula Abdul. Yeah, take 2 steps back, baby. You know, like. So that's what it was for. And then Carly showed me that there were shows you could watch on it, and some of them were fun, so started watching them. But I never left a comment ever in my life because I'm like, you know how strongly I'd have to feel about something to leave a comment? And so I made that mistake we all do of assuming other people are like you. So I thought nobody would leave a comment unless they really cared. Not understanding it's the opposite, and that people will, it's like scrolling on a bathroom stall. They're taking a dump, and they're having a hard time doing it. Like, fuck you, I hate you. And it's like, okay. You know, like. So why I don't take anybody's negative bullshit into account. I don't listen to complainers. I only file the compliments and the positive good times, people enjoying themselves. All that I take on board. The rest of it I just go, okay, whatever, man. Delete and move on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even if you do seriously mean it. Who cares? People will leave comments telling me they hate me and that I suck and don't know what I'm talking about. And then I'll go into a live stream on someone else's channel and they'll be like, "Wow, the historian's here. I love you." And I'm like, you told me I'm an idiot over there. Like, you're banned on my channel. You love me? You got a weird way of showing. Are you fucking bipolar or something, man? You got brain damage? What is this? What is this? So yeah, the list. Yeah, it is old school. He was just like, he's literally gonna, I'm like, what are you even gonna do? What are you even gonna do? Millmaster says, this is why we need to get Perp in like a 500-seat comedy theater across the street from the Pro Tour. Make people pay to heckle Perp. The reality is, I don't have that many haters, bro. For real. Like, it can be amusing to see sometimes like a post get upvoted a few hundred times and it's like, oh, that's me. And I go in and I'm like, look, they hate literally everything about me. Like everything, man. It's amazing. They're always finding new things to hate me for. But like those big ones are super rare. Super rare. Most of the time, the hate threads about me are tiny and they're the people in them are just kind of like whatever. They're like, you go to somewhere where they're hating hardcore and stuff, and most of them can't even muster the energy to hate me. It's just like, all right, yeah, like somebody tried to start drama about my intros. They were literally like, I don't like the it's a crazy day in the world of magic. It's a fucking mind-blowing day in the world of magic or whatever, right? Because that's how I start all my videos. So the guy like strung a bunch of them together. I know this because somebody shared it in the Discord and I looked at it and was just like, it's just my intro a bunch of times. And then when you go into the comments, the first comment is greetings and it's upvoted a bunch. And in response to that, owners of fine luxury card, they're just quoting my shit. And somebody's like, this is the first time I've seen somebody get triggered by the historian's intro, right? This is a new one. And then you get a little further down and there's some people like, fuck this guy, and calling me an insane right winger and all this other shit. And it's amazing. It's like, I don't really talk politics at all, but I'm not far to anything. And it's pretty funny to see that. I remember there was a website out there that was ranking YouTubers on their political spectrum, and they had all these alt-right YouTubers, and I'm looking at all these big name YouTubers, and then I was like, wait, what's that little bubble down there? I'm like, oh, fuck off. It's me. I'm listed as an American alt-right whatever. And I'm like, but I talk about magic cards. what even is this? And that was fucking years ago. That was years ago. So people say crazy shit about political affiliations that I have, but then you see those people getting crazily downvoted. Like, there are threads where people come in and be like, I want to hate on the historian. And then it'll just go up by a couple votes. Later on, it'll be down by a couple of votes. People are mostly indifferent to me. There are a small bit of haters and a ton of people who enjoy it. So it's like, whatever, man. Whatever. So I don't think that you would get that many people who would come to hate, honestly, Millmaster, if you set something like that up. Also, let's be very clear. Let's be very clear about the Magic community specifically. Do you think that a lot of these people would have the balls to fucking come to a show and heckle? Like, for real. I don't call them keyboard warriors because they're not warriors. They're just people with keyboards who are spazzing out. Like, that's it. They're just acting up, man. They're just acting up. 95% of the time it isn't even me. It isn't even me. Honestly, the most upset people are the fucking autistic people who keep getting upset about me calling Karlov Manor Markov Manor because they have a difficult time understanding jokes, so they still haven't figured out that it's a joke that I call it Markov Manor. So they're just infuriated that I don't know the set name and I call myself the Magic Historian. Andrew G says, everyone knows Mike is the most wingy winger winging. I'm winging it hardcore, bro. What up, Al? So yeah, like if there's a lot, like people aren't gonna be rude to you, right? There's people like there's people who comment, you should be around this guy in person. It's awful. The person who's saying that, they don't fucking come and say that shit to me, right? I'm used to people talking smack about me at other game stores and stuff. Carly was at a game store, another card store in the city, and the guy there was talking shit about me. And then she was like, oh yeah, he's my boyfriend. He's like, please do not tell him. Please do not tell him that I said this. Like, that was his immediate reaction. So there's people shit talk. Like when the new guy bought the game store, this guy comes in and goes, yo, you should have Hatcher stop running the Magic tournaments because there's like 20 people in the city. There's 20 people I know who are all like, I won't go there while that guy's there. And then he's like, cause that guy, and then he said he would come on my mom. And I was like, I did yell that at a guy for saying stupid fucking shit in my tournament. That's right. I did. I told him I'd jizz on his mother. And and he took it personally. I'm never coming back. I didn't know because I never saw him again. But he took it personally. And yeah, Buddy told me. Buddy told me, he's like, he came in and was like, there are 20 people. And he's like, okay, cool. You come in with a list of signatures. Come in with the list of signatures of these people. A list of the names of these people. And we can talk. And lo and behold, there's no list. Because this guy does the same thing that people do on the internet when they leave a comment. They go, my opinion represents more than me because you won't take just my opinion, so I have to make it sound like I speak for a group when I totally don't. Like the people who tell me I need to change my thumbnail and take my face out of it because I'm ugly and that they speak for the group of... It's like, what? What? I remember the one guy did that and he told me I wasn't allowed to delete his comment. I had to do what he said. All this crazy shit. So I deleted his comment and put 2 of my faces in the next thumbnail. Because fuck you, right? So yeah, man. Some people don't like me, that's fine. There's people I don't like too. People rub people the wrong way, right? That's how it goes. And I'm not fake. I don't fucking tone myself down so that, oh, let me change who I am so you can be comfortable around me. Fuck it. If you don't like me, you don't like me. It's all good. You don't got to. I like me. My wife tolerates me. You guys like me. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. Nah, Finn, he didn't believe I would do it. It's just shit talking. He's just a little fucking pussy. See, the thing is, when you call somebody out for their fucking behavior when they've acted wrong, he had two options. He could either accept that he was in the wrong, or he could get upset about the word choice. So he chose to get upset about the word choice. Why? Because he doesn't have to change then. He doesn't have to fix anything. People get mad at me when I call them out for their shit when I was running tournaments. Like, there's this guy, he would come up to me and he'd be like, hey man, you need to tell him to hurry up. Is it time in the round? You need to call time in the round. And I just got sick of it. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, you need to shut up. Because you come to the tournament 5 minutes late every fucking time. Without fail. You're always 5 minutes late to the tournament. Every single time. Now, I know you don't have a job you're coming from, so it's not like that's how much time it takes for you to get here. You intentionally do this shit because you think you're special. Well, let me explain something to you, fuckstick. That 5 minutes that you're late, 5 minutes from me, and I start pointing around the room to everybody, right? That's multiple hours of time that you fucking wasted because you think you're special, right? So here's the deal now. Guess what? We don't wait for you anymore, motherfucker. Now you show up on time. I'm tired of this shit. You're gonna come to me and act like I need to hurry this up because you have somewhere to go. You got here late, bitch. You don't have respect for anybody's time. Most importantly, mine, which you're wasting now too. I don't know you shit. Show up on time. Shut up. And he gets fucking angry. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. But you know what happens? He comes back later and he's like, yeah, I thought about it, and you're right. Sorry, I got angry. And I'm like, cool, be here on time, right? I've done it with a bunch of people. And I get, people get the angry response. But the ones who are mature enough to sit down and go, oh, wait, actually, once I calmed down from the initial defensiveness, I realized you're correct. Yeah, I don't yell at people like that when I'm wrong, okay? It's fucking justified annoyance. I'm the one who has to run this event and put up with all your fucking bullshit from tons of you morons. You all have specific wants. I'm giving up my time to do this, so fuck you. Be here on time, and when I'm reading the pairings, shut your worthless fucking mouth. Do not talk during the fucking 2 minutes that I'm telling you who you're playing, you fucking idiot. You're not the only one who exists, so all of you need to shut up and stay still. Don't try and fucking trade while I'm doing this. You're not special. Don't start a conversation with the person beside you or stand up after you've heard your name unless it was the absolute last name, idiot, because other people need to fucking hear their pairings. So whenever anybody would come up to me and go, hey, I didn't hear my pairings, I'd chew them out. I'd be like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. I saw you fucking running your mouth. Shut the fuck up when I'm telling the pairings, man. Sometimes I would just stop the pairings and go, hey, shut up, idiot. I got to tell you who you're going to lose to. It's so obnoxious. It's so obnoxious. The things you do to help people play cards. Anyways, it's time for me to get going. So thanks for coming and hanging out. I will catch up with you guys soon. But for now, into the water. Into the water I go. Goodbye.